to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Play action now. Cousins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over
at their own 37-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 37. First carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and short to get to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
Trubisky.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback. And so he gets completion here.
That's good.
Congratulations. Keep coming at him. And hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First down, Vikings.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Cook following the penalty. And he stopped immediately there.
Dalvin Cook.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
22 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he finds Cook. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Again, it's Cousins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Eddie Goldman forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Down and goal.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion, however, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Cousins to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Dan Bailey lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
1st and 10.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Eric Hendricks.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
For Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21, Vikings 7. Eddie Pinheiro.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. On 3rd down, Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
That gain on third down, good for 28.
28-yard gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll dump this off to Cook. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 5, 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
3rd and long.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Cousins now. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout.
A big gain.
7 seconds left in the first half.
4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Point is good.
Bailey got the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield, and it's third down.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
Now Cohen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
It's now third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Smith on the coverage.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On first down, Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Cousins, and that is incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike 5-4, Mike. Alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Covered by Jeff Gladney.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Complete to number 85.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Cousins again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And it's 3rd.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
1st and goal.
They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Flush to his right, toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd down and goal. Cousins, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Trubisky will throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Gain of 6 yards.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at his own 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Bears.
In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down. And the drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Cousins. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Trubisky's pass intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And his kick is through. It is good. Dan Bailey, the hero as time expires. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Vikings, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.